Welcome to the lab. I'm your host, Joshua Diaz. Sorry for being late. Some unforeseen things came up, nothing major. Here we are. How are you guys? It's good to be here. Good to see you. How about we do a little roll call on the way in? I was not eating a honey bun, popular or contrary to popular belief. I don't like those things. I got Josh on the big screen tonight. I love that. Honey buns all around. Let's go. Loving a honey bun, huh? Loving the honey buns. Let's see who's ready to gather back, yo ish. Kingsport, Tennessee in the house. Oh, it's so good to be here. It is so good. How's everybody doing? Happy, was it? Yeah, it's Monday night. We are at 46 past 6 o'clock, January 31st, the last day of January. We had to get out of January. And now it's smooth sailing from here, folks. That I can tell you. It's smooth sailing from here. Yes, it is. Well, I can tell you that Otis is officially booked in to have the old snipperoo. Yeah, certainly is. He certainly is. And good to be here once again. KP Bass says, were you stuck in the iced coffee drive-through? They messed up the straw. I wasn't. Luckily, I was not stuck in the drive-through. That would have been a major issue. No, I certainly was not. But I mean, that would have been I would have been more acceptable to be late than, yeah, it's always, if I'm late, it's Otis related. Like, let's just put it this way. Okay. I mean, let's be honest here. If I'm late, it's going to be because of Otis. And yeah, he just likes to get. I look. Here's the thing, and I don't want to I don't want to go stuck in Taco Bell. No, I'm not stuck in Taco Bell. Here's the deal. When Otis, when I talk about Otis, and I like to talk about Otis, and I say the things that he's done, or he has done, or he will do, or blah, 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 I start getting emails about how to train him. And I start getting these emails like, this is what you should do. And it's not even on here. It's just in life. Like, if I tell somebody, look, he's just doing this, and then everybody has the opinion to tell me, like, you should do this or you should try that. And some of the things I have tried and some have worked. But the problem is, like, so if I'm telling his problems, what happens is people say, well, you got to do this, and I get it. I totally get it. But you don't, like, what I just want to tell you, you don't know him. Trust me. You don't know him. There's not a dog expert in the world. Trust me. He's the sweetest, most beautiful, loving creature you've ever seen in a day. He's the best. He's so beautiful. I love him. I like to cuddle him. He gives me kisses. And he is a lunatic. Okay. He's not like the other dogs in from his litter. I was even told this. He's just not. You don't know him like I know him. You don't know him like I know him. He is beautiful. I love him so much. But you don't know him like I know him. That's just a fact. Trust me. You don't know him. I get it. Oh, well, you should rub his potty pad outside on the ground. Been there, done that. Take him out every hour. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. I got the handy dandy of the group. Okay. And he's beautiful and I love him forever. He's only 5 months old and just trust me. You don't know him like I know him. He's rough. Yeah, he's rough. And he's been that way since day one. And he gets a little more dominant, the bigger his testicles get. No, it's not I love him, but I see you there. I see you there. It's not I love him, but I love him. ... But okay, it's not I love him, but it's I love him. ... But here's the deal. You know what I mean? I love him, but I love him. He's a pain in the butt. Let's do that. I love him. He's a pain in the butt. I've been trying to get him to go outside on the back porch. We have a back porch now, or we've had one, and he's getting older now. So I'm taking him out there and we're doing our thing, and we'll be out there and we'll be playing, and it's just bliss. It's wonderful. It's love. It's puppies and rainbows and sunshine, and it's everything that you could think that you would want in your morning. You just want that beautiful, beautiful, blissful, wonderful time together, and we have that. And he comes running and running and running, and he's like, Dad, comes run, Dad, comes jumping up. He's rolling around in dirt, and we're having a great time, right? And I got the treats out ready for him to go. Man. And I'm just like, dude, please go pee. Please go pee. Please go pee. And then he'll go pee, and I'll get all excited. I go, yeah. And then I'll give him, this. And then I'm just, everybody says overly praise him. And I do. And I overly praise him. And I overly praise him. And I just shake his fat little head. And, and everything, I give him the treat. It's beautiful. And he goes inside and takes a dump. I mean, what are you going to do? Or, the opposite. Be outside and he'll pee, and then he'll come inside and pee again. What do you want? Come on now. That's not right. Come on, brother. Yeah, he'll go pee and then he'll come in and go pee again. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. You don't know him. You don't know him like I do. He's just on another level. And then, like, I'll bring him out here. I'll go get him right now so you can see him. Okay, hold on. So you can see him, and you're going to think, you're going to go, oh, he's so cute. He's so cute, Josh. And I'll go, I know. Let me see here. Let's see if I can get him out of here. He's a pain. All right, because I know you guys haven't seen him in a long time, and you guys like seeing him. Pee comes from water, Josh. Yeah, I understand. Thank you. I understand. Give me 1 second. We're gonna go get the little thing first. Let me see here. He can't stay long. He's not welcome long. He's a tough one. I'll go get him here. Also, coming up shortly, we are going to discuss the Farr brothers, the Texas brothers who are being applauded for beating their stepfather to death. Come on in. All right. So here he is. Oh, he's a chunk. All right. It's, another thing about this is he looks so much cuter. Stop. Stop. I just said all these bad things about you, and you're going to do this to me? Is this what you're going to do? You're going to do this to me? Really? I just said all these rotten things about you, and this is it? This is what you're going to give me? Come on. Show him something. Show him something, please. No? All right. Well, I don't know, man. I hmm. Look, guys, I know what you're seeing here, and you're saying, "Oh, he's so beautiful." He is. I'm telling you, he's beautiful. He's so cute. He's so. Can I have a kiss? Hey, give me a kiss. No. All right. Hey, hey. Yeah, exactly. Now he's just being a baby. He's being shy again. He's camera shy. Give me a kiss. Mwah. He's camera shy. You guys are seeing are you seeing what I'm seeing here? Precious angel. Precious. Somebody said, "Oh, he's a precious angel. He's a precious angel." Yeah, he's precious. All right. Look at him. There is mischievousness in those eyes. Look at those eyes. Tell me that those eyes aren't mischievous. What are we looking at? What can we get into? Everybody thinks I'm cute, but I'm really a little actual monster. I'm a monster. Say I'm a monster. It's hard to get mad. Like I can't stay mad at him. I really, really like. Can you see this? Can anybody? This is ridiculous. Save me. Big innocent eyes. I see his ploy. I see his ploy too. It's all over the place. Hey, what are you doing? The people are here. Every time I put you on camera, you get all shy. So he's like, okay, well, I'm not. Come on, man. You're on my headphones. He's Now he's all shy and like, oh, I don't do nothing wrong. Watch me tell people, or watch me show people that you're the bad one, Dad. You're the bad one, right? Not me. Huh. I know. It's okay. All right. You want to go back inside? Is that what you want to do? You want to go back inside? I know. You're a sweetheart. Yeah. He's innocent. He sure is innocent. Josh, Frenchies are notorious for being stubborn. Yeah, take that and times it by like 104. Okay. I know he is. He's beautiful. Done. I got to call on his animal wrangler to do the extraction. I don't know if you've ever seen when they put the Velociraptor. Um, I don't know if you guys have ever seen when they put the Velociraptor in the cage, but it's somewhat similar. Here, let's see. Okay, so I've called his handler out. Make sure this. Yeah, all right. Just be gentle now. Be gentle. Be gentle. Be gentle. Come here, buddy. All right, and make sure to get him. Make sure. Oh no! Whoa! Oh no! No! Calm down, Otis. Calm down, buddy. Calm down. Come on now. Get in there. Get in there, buddy. Come on. Get in your cage. No. Get in your cage. In the cage. Whoa. Come on, buddy. Get in the cage. And yep. Just take them. Ah! I don't know. Oh boy. Come on now. Oh. Otis. Just do what you're told, please. Okay. All right. I think we got him. Good deal. He's back. He's in his. Are you Chris Pratt? Yes, I am. Okay. That was a bit. It was a bit of theatrics. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. What do you want? What do you want me to do? I mean, I'm trying to get him used to the camera. I'm trying to get him used to just being a normal human, but or I say human, a normal dog, and that's just not happening. No, I don't need a wellness check. I'm here. I'm okay. He is now caged. Just so you know. All right, let's switch gears here. It's going to be seamless. Robert Chinnery, you can leave now. I don't care. As this is not a Summer Wells stream, I will need to leave soon unless we get any content. You're welcome to leave right this second. Matter of fact, honestly though, it's like people like that make this such a thankless thing. They just come in here and just say whatever they want. Dance, monkey, dance, right? Come on now. You don't want it. You don't want to do that. That's rude. That's rude. That's rude, you know? People show up and they like it. That's rude. But that's on par for some people. That's on par for some people. You're just a rude person. And now we can start the show now that Robert's gone. Here we go. Two Far Texas brothers are being applauded for beating their stepfather to death. Yes, you heard that right. It's Many feel that anyone who essays a child should be publicly humiliated and brought to justice outside the court system. Obviously, this isn't legal, but man, oh man, if it only was. Two brothers and a friend in Hidalgo County in far southern Texas are being publicly applauded after they were arrested for beating their stepfather to death when they found out he had essayed their 9-year-old sister. Alejandro Trevino, 18, Christian Trevino, 17, and Juan Eduardo Melendez, 18, have all been arrested in the death of 42-year-old Gabriel Quintalina. I think that's how you pronounce it. FAR police received a call that a minor had been inappropriately touched in the RV park. It turned out that minor is the daughter of Quintanilla, I think. I'm struggling on that one. And the half-sister of Alejandro and Christian. And when the two brothers and their friend, Juan, found out what happened, they confronted Quintanilla. There we go. And a fight ensued. So what happens here is... let me just move this to the side for a second. So what happens here is that these brothers find out what's going on with their 9-year-old sister and their stepfather. And they go to take matters into their own hands. And it's a weird situation. It's a tough situation. It's unusual circumstances at best. I get it. It's very frustrating to hear that these kind of things go on. And what is even more frustrating about this entire thing is the fact that this man had a warrant out for his arrest for assaulting another child. And APAL says, so what happens is the man won't be released to harm your children. That's true. But these boys are charged with capital murder. And while there's petitions to have them released, and if you give me a pen and a paper, I'll sign it. I got no problem signing it. The problem is that these young men are going to spend the rest of their lives in prison. They are not going to get let off. And the fact of the matter is the reason that they're not going to get let off is because you cannot kill people. Just like you cannot SA people, just like you cannot. But what a terrible position. What a terrible position to put them to for those children to be put in. Yeah, go ahead, Amanda. Go ahead and share the petition if you want. I got no problem. Look, man, if you want to sign the petition, feel free. But what I'm telling you is There are different ways. Do you think there's a trillion people out there? I say a trillion. I'm exaggerating, but there's just hundreds of millions of people who have been had family members assaulted, and that they knew that they were assaulted, and yet they it didn't matter. You can't do it. And I hope that these boys do not receive life in prison. But here's the problem. Here's where it really gets to me. Okay. This man had a warrant out for his arrest on other children. This isn't the first time. And do I care that this happened to this man? Absolutely not. Do I have any sympathy for this man? Absolutely not. But the fact of the matter is, and on three separate occasions, they went and whooped on the man. Fine, fair enough. I got no problems. You can't kill him, because now you're going to sit the rest of your life in prison. And I understand wanting to do that. I understand the need for revenge. I understand the need and the anger and wanting to protect your sister. I agree wholeheartedly in the spirit of what has been done. But how do you know who is going to comfort your sister now? You can't be there for your sister now. I get what was done out of love and aggression and anger and hurt. And I hope and pray that there will be some special circumstances where the young men that beat this man to death, do not spend the rest of their lives in prison. That's all I can really hope for. But all right, are we back? Sorry, I don't know exactly what happened. Um, I was frozen. Yeah. He's back now. I don't know. The internet dropped off. It's weird. It's funny though, because I'm really glad that I pay for the extra. Uh, TM Smith says it's not revenge, it's a snapping point. Tired of being beaten and essayed. I contemplated this. I told my mother to grow up, and my mother had to do. Okay, look. You're not telling. Look, you're not telling me anything that I don't know. I get it. I understand. I understand. But you cannot. You just can't. Here's the major problem with. Okay. And in this situation, it's not the situation. The man had clearly been doing what he was doing. But I know a young man from my town who did something similar because he thought that somebody was being inappropriate with his daughter. And so he got a gang of people together, took him out onto a back road and shot him. 5 of them. 5. There was 5 total. There was no evidence that had ever happened. Now this case is a little bit different because there is evidence and that this man had a warrant out for doing this. I get it. And like I said, you want to give me a petition to sign, I'll sign it. But it just doesn't work that way. And I wish somebody could have told them that. And the kid that I know, well, he's not a kid anymore, is doing 25 to life for this with no evidence. And this isn't a new situation. It happens. And these people are still punished. That's the problem with this. That's the major problem. Because now these poor boys are going to sit the rest of their lives in prison. And while I have no problems with what they did, and I understand their actions, it can't be done. You know, look, man, I used to think about that stuff a lot when I was a kid. I can't wait till my dad gets out of prison. I can't wait to see him. Well, what good is that going to do? What good is that going to do? Is it going to unring the bell of no, it's not. It's certainly not going to. And I wish, there was more that I could have done. I wish there was more that could have been done, quite frankly. And so these young men, heart in the right place. It's hard to say that it's not because it is. Do I think that this man had it coming? Do I think that there should be harsher punishments for, and that's another part of this. Like what punishment is this man going to get? 2-3 years? Register the rest of his life, go somewhere else where nobody knows where he is and keep doing it? Good riddance. I'm not upset that you're gone. And I don't care what those kids did to you. You had it coming. But now their lives are ruined on top of that. And everybody keeps saying brass knuckles, brass knuckles. Baseball bat, brick. What do you prefer? It's not about the weapon that was used. It's who they were doing it to. And I'm fine with it. But what I'm saying is that what I'm not fine with is now that these poor boys will now spend the rest of their lives in prison unless something unforeseen happens, unless the court system gets involved and says, these are 17, 18-year-old kids. Are they really a threat to society? The only society that they're going to be a threat to is the pedophilia community. Bummer. Let them out. Let them out. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, and Susan Taylor says they involved a friend. Now, the friend isn't charged with capital murder, but has been booked. These kids are getting held on $1 million bond and $1.5 million bond. And we can hope that they are offered lesser charges. We can hope that they don't spend the rest of their lives in prison, because personally, do I think that they deserve to spend the rest of their lives in prison? Absolutely not. They were doing what they thought they had to do. And it's the same thing that each one of us would consider doing if it happened to somebody that we knew, if it happened to a loved one of ours. You know, who wouldn't consider that? Who wouldn't consider that? Who wouldn't? And it will be interesting to follow along with this case and see how it goes. And when we can hope, I doubt I doubt very highly that there will be a pardon of any kind. I doubt that. I doubt that they'll be released without any punishment. And should they receive some help? Probably. Absolutely. Absolutely. Are they culpable for what they've done? Yes. Yes. But like I said, the problem is you can't just kill people. It's not the Wild West. As much as we would like it to be, and maybe sometimes it's better that way. But I feel when it comes to predators that stalk children, especially, that they have no rights. They have no rights. It doesn't matter what how they feel. Their punishments are so lenient, it's sickening. And so I could see why they wanted to. This man is a serial assayer of children. He had a warrant out for his arrest on another child while doing it to these kids' little sister, and they beat him to death. Sounds like poetic justice, except now those poor boys will do life in prison unless something major happens. Unless something major happens. And somebody did mention brass knuckles earlier. There were brass knuckles he used to deliver blows to his head that ended his life. It's terrible. But I'm not going to sit here and criticize the boys for doing it. And I don't necessarily want to pat them on the back, because what they did, it wasn't proper. We have laws in this country for a reason, but at the same time, how much are you supposed to take? How long is this supposed to go on? And the kids are 17 and 18. The sister's 9. How long is this supposed to go on? How long is this man supposed to walk out? It sounds like he shouldn't have even been living in the general population, yet he was. That I don't understand. I don't understand that. I do understand what they did to him though. I mean, you see it all the time. You see it all the time. How much are they supposed to take? I understand. Yes, they and G Crime says, will they be charged as adults? Capital murder. I mean, they could get the death penalty for this because they beat him up 3 different times. 3 different times they beat him up. There's just got to be more to it. These are unusual circumstances. This is not a typical situation. And so you have to take into consideration, you can't just throw the book at them, can you really? I don't think so. I don't think so. I hope not. You can't throw the book at these young men. And Teresa says, and they dumped him in a few. Yes, they did. They beat him up 3 different times. They went back after the second time, after he was beat up pretty bad. They found him walking on the side of the road, where that's where they had their brass knuckles and things. And they went and beat him. They finished him off. Good riddance. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. And I don't know. I would struggle finding anybody here in this chat to disagree with what they did, but and I'm not disagreeing what they did, but I wish that they hadn't ruined their lives along the way. But these are unusual circumstances. These are unusual circumstances. You cannot just throw the book at them. You can't throw the book at them, can you? I go back and forth. Look, when I say go back and forth, I go back and forth. Like, I understand why they're going to throw the book at them, but they shouldn't throw the book at them. I think that they should work with them. I think that they should help them, not just write them off as outcasts. I mean, the whole point of keeping people locked up in prison is if they are a danger to society. They're not a danger to anybody who's not essaying one of their family members. They're not necessarily a danger to their community. Wise lady says, thou shalt not kill. I don't disagree. But, in this circumstance, once again, these are unusual circumstances. Let me see. I don't know. Let me see, brothers here. Bring the article back up. That's not the right one. That's the right one. All right. So there are the 3 young men. Let me get this up here. All right. I see my man Bob Saget over there. Rest in peace, Bob Saget. All right. So Gabriel was able to escape the fight, but the two brothers and their friend followed him to an apartment complex where Quintanilla was assaulted again. The two brothers and friends left the apartment complex and switched vehicles, then drove back. And they found him walking alongside. He was injured from the previous assault. The three boys assaulted him third time, and this was with brass knuckles. They're legal to own in Texas, which did cause severe and head trauma. The boys put Quintana in the back of their truck and dumped him in a field in McAllen, where he was found by a farmer. All three boys were arrested. Alejandro is charged with aggravated assault, family violence, and engaging in organized criminal activity. 17-year-old Christian Trevino is charged with aggravated assault, family violence, capital murder, and engaging in criminal activity. 18-year-old Juan Eduardo Melendez is charged with capital murder, aggravated assault, and engaging in criminal activity. Each one of them received $1 million bond. Records also show that Gabriel had a warrant out for essay of a child and assault family violence. And so this man has a history of this type of abuse. And there is major public support. If you look through the comment section, it would seem that the public is giving these boys a pass. Emily commented, a GoFundMe needs to be set up for these boys to get money collected for their bonds. Matador commented, where can I put my money on their books for doing something everybody says they'll do, but these young guys did it. Protect your family till death. Bravo, gentlemen. Walk in there tall. Texan comment, let them go, let them go, let them go. In no way is murder ever to be applauded, but in instances like this, the essay abuse of a young girl really makes us wish we could look the other way, and all we can do is say a prayer for the family. And hopefully the sister can find some peace. Yeah. Yeah, it's real, look, it's really easy to say that when it's not you. And it's really easy to say that when it's not your family. Because I certainly wouldn't want my children, my two kids, going to prison the rest of their lives for that. I just wouldn't. I would hate that. Because now this predator has stolen the entire family, basically, and a friend. So I hate it. And I hope and pray that these special circumstances can be looked at. I want to thank them. Look at the woman from prison for killing their husbands who abused them. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, like a lot of things, it's easy to say I would never, but until you're in that position, you really don't know. Teresa makes a very good point here, but we have laws and a justice system for a reason. Isn't it abusive to know that some dude is essaying your sister? Yeah. Yeah. Really bad situation. Sad what some kids have to do. Look, I'll sign the petition. Trust me. Happily. Twice. 3 times. Whatever. I'm not gonna lay this at those kids' feet. But there's a way to go about it. This is not justice. I agree with that as well. I mean, he had a warrant out and yet obviously living free and clear to commit more disgusting abuse at his leisure. Our laws need to change so we can trust in our legal system. I think a lot of that's where that starts. I think that's where a lot of this starts. The legal system. We need to hold these people accountable for their actions, not let them run. This man has a warrant out for his arrest and he's running around. That's not proper. That's not okay. That's not okay. He's not a sympathetic figure of any kind here. I understand that. I certainly do. They're very nearly adults. Just saying, I don't blame their immaturity. I blame the system. They couldn't rely on it to get the man away from their sister. The man has a warrant out for this kind of activity and he's walking free. The laws in this country need to change and be much more strict on child predators. Chris was talking about the other, Chris McDonough was talking about the other night where you can't fix these guys. So what you do is you have to register them. You have to put them on a registry. They have to go around and register, right? And that's not for them. That's for you to be able to see who they are so you don't go near them anymore because they can't be fixed. They can't be fixed. And so they have to be put in a registry and publicly shamed to stay away from people. But still, that's not even enough. So we have to make everybody else aware. We have to make everybody else aware of them by putting them on a public forum and say, here's this guy's picture, stay away from him. Yet we continue to let these men and women, these monsters, walk free. They're letting them walk free. The registry is not enough. It's not a good enough deterrent. You know what is? Tar and feathering and public hangings. Those are great deterrents. Dude, back in the Wild West, if you stole somebody's horse, they would hang you in public. Can you believe that? They'd hang you in public for being a horse thief. Now they just say that you're mentally ill, make you serve a couple years in prison, and then put you on some website. Enough is enough. How much more are we going to let people do? I mean, guys, the laws are for the criminals in this case. They get like 2 years. That's it. That's it. It's not enough. It'll never be enough. And let's put a picture of them up on the website with the crime that they committed. Or you could just leave them in prison for the rest of their lives. Who's more dangerous? A bank robber or a child predator? Usually a bank robber, I mean, it's a violent crime, but most of the time they don't commit that crime. Maybe bank robber is a bad idea or a bad there's people in prison for selling weed for the rest of their life. For the rest of their lives, they're in there. Drug dealers, drug users. doing nothing but getting high. But this man has an active warrant out for his arrest on another child, and he's walking around free. They, the lawmakers, have a responsibility to us, to our families, to our children, and to our future, to act now, to stiffen those laws and make actual consequences for these people. Because the only consequences that happens is if they're essaying and then they commit violence along the way, which is right around the corner for these people. But if you were to ask me, essaying enough is violence enough. I'm sorry. It is violence. It's killing someone's soul. It's taking their identity. It's stripping them of their dignity that they haven't even gotten yet. It's like just such a layered problem. It's a disgusting act. It's a selfish act. And it leaves destruction everywhere you go. Because the children are not protected. Because when these things happen, and the person that does it goes to prison for like 2 years, 2.5 years at the most, usually. It's not much. 18 months. And then they get out and they keep living their lives. Not sorry. They have the rest of their lives to do whatever and reoffend if that's what they want to do. But that child is forever scarred and has to live with that the rest of their lives. These are life crimes. And don't say that they're not life crimes. They are life crimes. To me, it's murder. It's murdering of a soul. It's murdering of dignity. It's murdering of a childhood. It's the same thing of the tree, of knowledge of good and evil. You're killing these kids by not protecting them. It's sick. It's wrong. And they never get over it. Nobody ever gets over having that happen to them. They don't ever get over it. But you know who gets over it is the perpetrators who go and do a little bit of time, get out and lie. Then they get out and lie about what they've been in prison for. Oh, I was in there for battery. Oh, really? You left off the first part. I mean, sexual battery? Yes. This is a life crime. Ann says right here, Anna says, a guy in Kansas, 30, my sister and his daughter essayed, got 30 days. 30 days. Congratulations, guy. 30 days. How many essays have you ever heard? How many essayers have you ever heard that only do it once? None. Trevor, I don't know exactly what you're talking about. It's such a terrible, terrible situation. It really is. Guys, I just want to come on and cover this and thank you for being here. I appreciate it. It's a very sensitive topic and it's quite draining at the same time. What more can you say? What more can you say? There's not a lot more you can say. Definitely a trigger warning. This whole episode is. It's hard to talk about these things, but it is doable. We have to. We have to. Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah. Have a good night. Otis says bye. Thank you for the super chat, super stickers. New members.